Hey guys, here we are again, Larry's Backyard Garage. This is the video you guys been waiting for. The chop is done. This is what it looks like. Not a perfect chop. It's not beautiful. It's rough around the edges, but it matches the rest of the truck. Just an old piece of junk bringing back from the dead. It's got a long ways to go, but starting to look pretty nice, pretty cool, I think. All right. So we'll do a walk around here. Okay, see that fender starting to rust up. All these posts where I ground them and welded them. And look at there. Now I've had this done for probably 3 or 4 weeks. I just haven't made any new videos because been painting my house. Me and my wife's been painting the house and painting the sheds. Still nothing done to the rust bucket. Sad. Anyways, now you can see right here there used to be a big dent right there, and I kind of beat that out a little bit when I did the chop. When I had the top off, there was a couple of dents in the very top of the cab in the back here somewhere. I'm not sure where. Another one was right here. I think there was one over here. Anyways, I beat those out a little bit while I had the top off. You know, straighten it up a little bit. Anyways, you can see I got that. Now these pieces right here on both sides are actually metal that I cut out of here. I had to, obviously it was wider, I had to trim it down, and I had to rebend it just a little, but you can see it has the same bends in it for the door jamb, so I went ahead and used that, made it easy so I didn't have to remake all this down here. Now you can see the metal in the middle, which is obviously a different color of rust. That's all new metal that I had to just cut out of flat sheet metal and weld in there because I didn't have enough of this metal to go around. So anyways, this is what it looks like. The only thing I haven't done yet is that upper piece up there. I got to weld that in, but I'm not in any hurry for that. I've kind of strayed off and been having a little fun doing a little decorating here. So that's where we're at. Got the house almost finished. I just got a few small places I got to paint, but for the most part the house is done. So now it's time to get back on this old truck. There's a lot of cool things I got planned for this thing, and I'm anxious to get on it. Oh, another thing I did too, which you'll see in the next videos, I actually made some real cool door panels for the doors. And I've got them off right now, but anyways, you can see this bar right here, just a square tubing bar, nothing fancy. It's a brace that I made out of this pile of junk right here. Now you just see a pile of scrap. What I seen, that's exactly what I seen. But this here used to be a chair that was in a doctor's office, and some heavy person sat on it and it gave way and broke, and someone was throwing it away. Now I clean a number of dumpster areas at commercial properties and stuff that I work for, and I was in there throwing away some trash, and I seen that chair and I said, uh-oh, there we go, square tubing, free square tubing, and some flat stock there, free metal. So I tore the seat and the back off, threw those in the dumpster, carried this home, got my angle grinder out, cut it up, and I made pieces on both sides, and I welded them in there. Now the pieces weren't long enough to start with, so I had to weld them together and then weld them in. But that's going to be the brace for the top of my door panels. Now down here on the bottom, where are we at here? Right there. I need a brace to go across there, and I made the brace for that. And I'll show you what I made that brace out of. This right here. It's just aluminum C-channel. And that somebody else was stowing away in another dumpster area. And that right there is part of somebody's shower enclosure. That right there was the track for shower doors. It's lightweight and it's very strong. So it's going to, I don't have it in there right now, but it's going to be the bottom brace on these two doors when I put my door panels on. In the next video, you're going to get to see this with the door panels on. But anyways, just showing you where some of the creative things I do here. I try to reuse any scrap metal that I can find anywhere. You know, I have access to a lot of dumpster areas at places that I clean. I actually clean and maintain the dumpster areas for a lot of properties, and I have access to a lot of crap, and that crap comes in handy when you're building stuff like this. So you know, you just got to look outside the box, and you got to think, what can I make with that? And this whole truck is going to be nothing but recycled parts. There ain't going to be very little new stuff at all in this thing. Oh, hey, if you're wondering, you're seeing that right there, little green pan down there. It's a tray, and that is an original tool tray out of a 1951 Ford F100 pickup cab that it sat on top of the gas tank on the back of the truck behind the seat. And I've got the trucks on the other side of the garage all cut up, using for parts. And I like that tray, so I saved it. And that tray is going to work. You can put your beer cans or whatever, tools or whatever else in there. Now I am going to have a transmission tunnel in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this box in half and then plate the ends and then scoot them down. So I'm going to turn this into two, and they're going to go on each side of that transmission drive shaft tunnel right there. But I'm going to use these in here. I mean, that's a vintage piece, came out of the old truck, and I'm going to re-salvage it for this one. So anyways, just do a quick walk around so you can see. That's it. Not the greatest chop you're ever going to see. It's a little rough around the edges, but this whole truck was rough when I started. I don't know if you can see. As you can see here, there's rust holes, there's dents, it's wavy. It was all warped up before I even started. You know, it's not a great chop, but it is what it is. Looks pretty decent. Has a lot of character. I mean, it is a rat rod. I want it to be rough. I want it to have character. I want people to look at it and study it and say, what the hell's going on here? You know, that's the bottom line is, as I've said before, we're just saving this old girl from the crusher. And so far, that's where we're at. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time.